Oh, this is about the millionth time that I've tried to film this video. I've had terrible luck today. I live with 6 other people and they're always making some kind of noise, and if it's not them in the house, then it's something outside, like a plane or traffic or I don't know what, or the phone ringing. Anyway, hopefully this time it works out. I want to talk to you guys today about aromatherapy, which is something that I've recently become quite a big fan of. So I'm no expert, that's for sure, because I'm just learning about it, but I do know the basics, and I'm going to share a little bit of my love for aromatherapy with you today. So if you're unfamiliar with how aromatherapy works, basically you take the stem, the leaves, the root, or the petals of a plant, crush them, or scientifically remove the essential oils that are within them so that you can use whatever lovely essential oil to reap the benefits that nature provides us right within plants. So there's a lot of different ways to use essential oils. Basically what you want to do is either use them by inhaling them or use them through massage. So what a lot of people might enjoy doing is pouring some essential oil into a base oil and rubbing it on their skin so that it absorbs into the skin and then goes into the bloodstream, and you take in the essential oils that way. Or what you can do is, like I said, inhale it, and you don't want to just open up the jar and breathe it in. What you want to do is dissipate a ton of essential oil in a room that you're in so that you can be passively breathing it in as you go about doing your everyday activities. A lot of people use diffusers for this purpose. I personally like using a nebulizer. Mine looks like this. You fill it up with water, pour 10 drops or even 15 if you want a lot of essential oil into the water. Put this cone over top and the lid. Turn it on and you have this steam come out. Which I wouldn't even call a steam actually, it's cold and dry, which is why I like it. When you use heat in a diffuser, it will diffuse the particles in the essential oil too quickly, so you won't be able to enjoy all the benefits as much as you would with a nebulizer like this, because it's cold, it doesn't add any extra moisture to the air, and you're able to take in the scent and fill up the room for that much longer. Right now I'm using cinnamon essential oil. Cinnamon leaf. Cinnamon isn't really the best essential oil. I personally love it because the scent is very pleasing to me. It's good for some minor intestinal issues that you might have, so it's good for digestion. But mostly it's good as a psychological stimulant. It'll make you feel secure, comfortable. If you're feeling some sort of anxiety, this will help to make you feel better. So it's more psychologically beneficial than it is for physical health needs. Unlike cinnamon, there's lavender, which is good for an absolute ton of health benefits. Lavender can help pretty much any minor problem that you might have. It's really good for if you're having difficulty falling asleep. This is such a calming, relaxing scent that lots of people use it even in pillow sprays like this. This is just a cheap pillow spray from Bath & Body Works, so it's probably not the highest grade of essential oil, but it does smell really nice. You just spray it on your pillow and it'll help you fall asleep. But lavender can also be used in skincare. It can be used for treating minor wounds, digestion problems. Lavender is good for bug bites, insect repellent. Lavender just has so many uses. It's the most common essential oil. Definitely, if you want to start an essential oil collection, this is the first one you want to get. Lavender is also great for relieving colds. If you put it into the atmosphere, it'll help kill off germs that might be airborne, and it's also good for removing congestion. So that's a good one to run at night if you're feeling sick. And during the day, to complement it, you can use rosemary, which is good for congestion, sinuses, also killing off airborne germs. Rosemary is really great for that. It's good for headaches, and rosemary is really good for your hair as well. You can put a couple drops into your shampoo and you'll notice that it'll help relieve dandruff and repair broken hair. Geranium is really nice. It's a cheap alternative to rose otto, which can be quite expensive. It has a similar scent, and it's decent for skincare, good for PMS, cramps, if you have those, if that applies to you. Roman chamomile is also really good for that time of the month as well, but men can use it too to relieve pain, as long as it's not extreme pain, but this is good for minor aches, that sort of thing. It's also good for sleep. Eucalyptus is good for if you have a cough or if you have sinus problems, and it's not bad to use for the skin either. Pine is good for stimulating the mind, and also for coughs too. Lime is another mind stimulant. Get your thoughts moving. It's also a good antiseptic. Lang Lang is a nice aphrodisiac. You can use it to remove rigidity, I'm saying that right, and also to remove sexual inhibitions. It's good for sleep as well because it's very calming. But you don't want to use too much of Lang Lang because it has a really cloying scent, and smelling it for a long time will make you really sick of it. It definitely lingers. Grapefruit is a stimulant. If you have a nice, if you're having company over and you want to have a nice sort of lively environment, grapefruit is good for that. Lemon is a good antiseptic. You can use it on cuts. You can also use it to brighten your skin. And it's just a happy scent. If you are sick and you have a fever, clove bud will warm you up if you have chills. Or even if you're just coming in from outside and you have that chill to the bone feeling, clove bud is really good for removing that. It's also great for toothaches. If you dab a little bit on your gums after you've seen a dentist, or if you need to see a dentist, this is really good for that. Clary sage. You might think that, with inhaling all these different plant particles, that maybe there's some sort of, how do I say this? There might be some sort of high that you'd achieve from breathing it in so much. That's not true. But some people do claim that if you breathe in enough of this, you can get a bit of a high. I've never tried, but it's supposed to produce a bit of a euphoria. So clary sage is usually recommended to people who have depression or anxiety. So it creates a happy mood boosting type thing. It's also supposed to be psychologically protecting. And this is sweet orange, another mood booster. I haven't tried this one yet. So when you use these, you can do what I did here with my nebulizer, where you pour just a couple drops in and you breathe in the one single scent, or you can make mixes to achieve different results. So from Bath & Body Works, I have a couple different mixes. This one has eucalyptus in it. It's for stress relief. It's supposed to stimulate your mind. I have lavender vanilla for sleep. Vanilla isn't an essential oil, so I'm not sure why they chose to mix that oil in with the lavender, but it is a really lovely scent combination. And I have lavender and Roman chamomile, and lavender and German chamomile. Also good for sleep, relaxation. This one says it uses blackcurrant vanilla, but that's not an essential oil, so I don't know why they're marketing it as one. But it was with their essential oil line, so I got it anyway. It's supposed to be sensually uplifting, but this one uses ginger and sweet orange, and this is a mood booster. I wouldn't really recommend Bath & Body Works as a good place to get essential oils because, like I said, sometimes they use essential oils that aren't even really essential oils, and I suspect they're not the highest quality. A good place to get essential oils is Sage. They sell really nice blends there. I have this kit from them. It's a yoga inspired kit. It comes with a mood spray for your room. It has rosewood, neroli, bergamot, cedarwood, sweet orange. And there's also this peppermint halo headache remedy. Peppermint is really good for relieving headaches, and so is lavender, and I believe this is a mix of the two of them. There's also eucalyptus in there, and a bit of rosemary. But peppermint's definitely the go-to for headaches. And another brand that's pretty popular is 21 Drops. They have 21 different formulas for different issues that you might be trying to tackle. So there's Focus, which is number 9. It has frankincense, peppermint, and rosemary. Helps you to focus on whatever task you have at hand. There's number 14, Immunity. It is eucalyptus, Vinstra, Hollywood, and lavender. And it's to fight off oncoming sicknesses. And then there's number 5, which is for headaches. It's peppermint, lavender, and Hollywood. I'm not familiar with Hollywood. I didn't know it was an essential oil, but apparently it is. To be honest, I'm not crazy about this headache blend. I think the one from Sage is a lot better. You can also use essential oils in skincare. Tea tree oil is the best oil to use to remove pimples or just any general problems you might have with your skin. I have crazy bad acne, so I use this blend from Sage. It's called Zap, and it has tea tree oil, rose, geranium, lavender, bergamot, Roman chamomile, myrtle, and patchouli, and it's great. I've actually noticed some results, which isn't common for me. Usually I don't have a lot of luck, but using this blend of essential oils on my face has been helping me quite a bit. So this one is just, the essential oils are mixed into a cream, and you apply it to your face every night and morning. You never want to apply an essential oil just directly to your skin, whether it's on your face or even on your wrists, behind your ears, neck. Those are popular places for essential oils to be applied. But unless it's something like lavender, which you can put right on your skin, you want to mix it with a base oil. So I usually use jojoba oil, jojoba oil, I don't know how to say that. Not sure where to put the stress. But anyway, I like using this as a carrier oil to mix my essential oils into. Another thing to be careful of with essential oils is unless it is garlic, you don't want to ingest it. Even if it's something like lemon. Obviously you can eat lemons, but you don't want to eat the essential oil. This is the product of so many lemons together. It's too strong, too volatile for the body. Unless a professional aromatherapist is directing you to put like a drop in your food or something, I would not recommend ever ingesting any of these oils. Aside from garlic, that one's okay. So if you're not going to be inhaling it and you want to just use it on your skin, a good thing to do is to fill up a measuring cup with your base oil. So I'll do that. I'm just going to use a little bit. Okay, there you go. There's the base oil. And then you're going to mix in the appropriate amount of drops. You can look it up online to see how many drops are good for what amount of base oil. So let's do a nice relaxing mix of, I'll do a little bit of Lang Lang. Okay, so for this tiny amount of oil, you're just going to put in 1 drop. Okay, so now that's your carrier oil, and you can apply it to whatever part of the body you want to deliver the essential oil to. I usually recommend using feet because the foot is kind of like a map of the entire body. So say we're having a sinus problem, you could use the top of your toes, they correspond to your sinuses, to relieve congestion. But I don't want to fill my feet because that would be gross. So I'm just going to use my hands. Hands are also somewhat of a map of the body. So I'm going to apply a little bit to my hands here. Okay, and as I'm rubbing the essential oil on my hand, I'll let you know what part of the body we're concentrating on. Okay, my notes here. Okay, so for the thumb, emotionally, it's going to calm the nerves and ease any anxiety that you have. It also corresponds with the stomach, the spleen, the surface of your skin, and the absorption and digestion of food. So, bringing in all the blood flow to the thumb by massaging it, we're directly affecting those areas of the body. Using your index finger, emotionally we are going to induce feelings of peace and increase the flexibility of our thoughts. On a physical level, the kidneys, the bladder, the muscles, and the circulatory system are being affected. Again, just by rubbing, and normally you would concentrate a lot more time on one digit for a longer period of time, but for the purpose of this video I'll just quickly do them. But by rubbing them up and down for a long period of time, you're increasing the blood flow to that area, and then also to the corresponding parts of your body. Okay, middle finger. We are going to help reduce any bursts of anger that we might be feeling when we concentrate on our middle finger and bring harmony to our emotions. And the parts of the body that we're going to affect are the liver, the gallbladder, and the conversion of nutrients. So a little bit of digestion in there too. The ring finger affects the lungs, large intestine, deep layers of the skin, the respiratory system, and it promotes vitality and energy. Emotionally, it'll help with feelings of loss or grief and assist with the process of letting go. So maybe if you've just gone through a rough breakup, you could give yourself a self-massage concentrating on the ring finger. There's a lot of emotional upset is stored there. For your pinky, it concentrates on the heart, small intestine, and your bone structure. So your bones, heart, digestion issues, right there. Your intuition and inspiration and wisdom are thought to be affected by your pinky finger as well. So you'll get those sort of psychological benefits. You can also use the palm. There are different mappings of the body found throughout your palm. I'm more familiar with the way the foot corresponds to the rest of the body, so I'm not going to attempt to explain that now. But anyway, as you massage the oil into your hands, your skin absorbs the essential nutrients that whatever chosen plant has to offer. And you can blend your essential oils before you mix them into a base oil too, if you're looking to get more than one plant's offering. So yeah, those are just two of the most common ways to experience aromatherapy. From nebulizer and from massage. It's really nice to go to a spa and have a registered aromatherapist perform the aromatherapy massage for you, but that's something that you might not be able to do very often, especially since it can be expensive. So self-massage is a good way to still be able to enjoy that. I think aromatherapy is great because it utilizes things that nature has already given us as a form of medicine instead of always relying on something from a pharmacy. Not that there's anything wrong with that. If a doctor says you need medicine say you get migraines, don't ignore that advice. You want to always listen to your medical professional. You can use aromatherapy in conjunction with whatever the doctor has prescribed to you, but you don't want to just rely on this because it's not going to be what you need if your physician insists that you need pharmaceutical medication. This is just good for if you have something manageable. Maybe you have a cold, a little virus. You don't necessarily need drugs to overcome it, so instead you can turn to nature and use this aromatherapy to help you instead. But by no means do I suggest ignoring professional help. It's also really great for if you experience depression or anxiety, as most essential oils have calming or uplifting effects to them, psychologically speaking. I know I personally love ASMR because it helps me relax. I do have anxiety, and aromatherapy is just another great way to do that. Using the two of them together can be a really wonderful experience. Anyway, I hope you guys liked that little aromatherapy 101. Let me know if there's any questions you have about the video, or if you have any suggestions for any future videos, or just suggestions for my videos in general. Let me know what you think. If there's something I can improve on, I'd like to hear it. Thank you so much for everyone who has subscribed to me. I really appreciate it. Have a good night.